Every 20 pulls of the hacksaw, I stopped and checked my surroundings. If a guard caught us, the plan was over, and our lives would likely be gone. The bars were solid metal. There was no way to cut through them quickly. My partner and I took turns passing the saw back and forth. After 30 minutes, the metal finally gave way. We immediately climbed out through the window and dropped into a space that felt like a basement. We searched around. No corridor, no exit. Every path was sealed by iron doors. With no choice, I put the bars back exactly as they were. That was when I noticed a pile of discarded windows. The iron bolts on them could be cut off and turned into keys. I had just made 2 cuts when footsteps came from above. We hid instantly. It turned out to be 2 guards sneaking into the basement to smoke. They never imagined we would stack up against the wall and slip past them silently. Before we could even relax, the guards came back again. Luckily, they noticed nothing. The moment they left, I didn't waste a second and went back to cutting. Another 30 minutes, and the bolt finally came free. I bent it with force, walked straight to the iron door, and slid the bolt into the lock. With a click, the door opened. We lit our kerosene lamp and stepped inside without hesitation. The light was weak but strong enough to point toward freedom. Soon I realized every lock here was the same. With the bolt, we moved without resistance until we stood in front of the final door, the one leading to the city sewer. That's when things changed. This door used a spring lock. The bolt was useless. I forced myself to stay calm. There was always a way. First, I gently lifted the iron door, wedged the bolt under the hinge, then pulled out the hacksaw and cut the top hinge in 2. I did the same to the bottom one. Then I removed the bolt, pulled out the broken hinges, and took the door off in one piece. Freedom was right there, but I didn't leave. I took out a match, snapped it, and pushed it into the hinge slot. Using the bolt, I tapped again and again until it fit perfectly. I slipped through and hung the door back in place. The door was gone, but the scene looked untouched. Even if guards showed up, they would see nothing wrong. Holding back our excitement, we climbed into the sewer. But ahead of us was solid concrete, hard, dense, impossible to break with basic tools. Then I noticed the wall to the side used poor concrete. One scraped, and it crumbled. Ed told me, given a few days, we could dig through. Tomorrow, we would bring tools and do it for real. Just then, the sky started to lighten. Morning camp was about to begin, and we were still not back.